Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. So here we go. Let's get into a little Pisces storytelling. Let's ask, what is hidden from Pisces? It's been very different for each zodiac, which has been really fun. Ooh, we have Mars. One's physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. Okay. So Pisces could unexpectedly have like a little surge of, desire to like be competitive. Maybe it's like, wow, I had no idea that I'd start doing some whatever workout class, some spin cycle class, and you know what, I want to go for my personal best. Or I picked up jogging, running, and I actually like, I'm seriously dialing this in. I want to get my personal best time. I want to qualify for Boston. I want to do these things. There can also be an unexpected like fire. We got the fire down below, as the song says. Hi, La Unique One. So good to see you. Okay, we have Queen of Wands sideways. There could also be if somebody says something a little bit snarky, somebody who could be a little jealous or feel threatened by Pisces. Pisces could say, I never knew this person's feeling inadequate because of me. This could actually be Pisces is just simply surprised to recognize that a Queen of Wands, who is usually like quite overly confident sometimes, at her worst, she's very jealous. She doesn't want anybody to be more attractive than her. I definitely get this vibe that somebody's jealous of Pisces, and Pisces is maybe surprised to discover that. What's been hidden up until now is that maybe somebody hate watches a little bit, or maybe somebody compares themselves all the time to Pisces and Pisces never knew that. This could be a person who has hidden it quite well, but it's oozing out all of a sudden. Okay, so somebody's jealous of Pisces and Pisces didn't know it. Somebody else is in competition with Pisces. You know what's particularly crazy? Pisces is literally not on the same plane as whomever that Queen of Wands is. Pisces may be keeping to themselves completely. They don't even interact with somebody. They had no idea somebody's watching them, following them, not like physically driving the car following them, but paying attention to them. Let's say this is online. Let's say there's somebody who's been, quite heavily focused on watching what Pisces is up to and jealous of Pisces. It wouldn't even be a blip on Pisces radar if Pisces is just like, oh, I only have been working on my own stuff, my own, content, or my own, things that matter to me. I wasn't even thinking about, would this trigger somebody else into jealousy? This could also, if we turn this around, this could be somebody is still watching Pisces like online. Pisces in this storyline is coming up as possibly a masculine or masculine energy. Pisces could have some strong placements in Virgo. More, maybe possibly like Virgo moon sign or something, since it's the inner version of us, where Pisces actually seems to be somebody who tends to keep their own counsel anyway, but particularly right now. This could be an ex who was jealous of Pisces and Pisces is just now realizing that. This could be somebody who needed attention and Pisces, didn't lavish them with praise and it really got under their skin. And Pisces might just now be having it sink in like, oh my God, yeah, with the Seven of Cups in the reverse, the Page of Swords upright, and the Star. So this is somebody Pisces is at a distance from. This is somebody who I almost think that they weren't particularly nice in the way they treated Pisces. And this could be an ex. Right now, the ex shows up as possibly a feminine who's actually both longing for Pisces and still jealous of Pisces, or still almost wanting to fight, but also wanting Pisces back. And it's weird because something is going to show up. Pisces is going to discover that this person has been paying attention to me. I didn't know it, but now I just figured this out. And if they're still paying attention to me, why? Like, we haven't talked. So that means they still have me on their mind from oh so far away. Maybe Pisces stumbles across, this person is always online at the same time they are, or this person, accidentally slips up and gives a thumbs up, or maybe it's a little bit more murky than that. And this person was trying to keep a low profile, and it's like, you change your screen name, but guess what? You still can see who that person is. They forgot to scrub some other aspect of, some other way that their original name is still there. It just feels like Pisces almost like stumbles or will stumble upon something. And it's like, oh, how wild. This is a person who seemed not to have liked me, or they ended things in a not very nice way, but I never understood that they wanted me to come fix things with them. They wanted me to, I don't know, I guess they looked at me like I made them feel sad and they wanted me to fix stuff. Maybe they put me on a pedestal and I didn't know it. This is a lot of murky, mixed up emotions, right? For somebody to be jealous of a person that they also like, admire, wanted to be in a romance with, they still wish Pisces would come and like rescue them. They still pine for Pisces, pay attention to Pisces, while simultaneously being jealous of Pisces. I can see how that would be like that's a lot of hidden stuff. And especially if Pisces has not had this on their mind, um, I could see that being a bit of a problem. Hey guys, so good to see you. Sarah J, Annie S, thank you, babe. B's Mystic Faith, awesome to see you. Caitlin V, hi guys. We have got the Knight of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Look, I'm just gonna say, if anything, the stuff that is hidden here is there's still some animosity, but there was also never like a full comprehension, although it's becoming clearer now. There was never a full comprehension of what the heck happened. Pisces might have even thought this person flat out didn't like me. They thought I was a jerk, only to now be discovering, no, they wanted stuff from me and they created like a scenario where I was like out of reach to them, or they felt like what I needed to give to them to make them feel safe, they didn't feel like they were getting from me, and it made them kind of be a jerk toward me while simultaneously treating me like I was a jerk. It feels like there's so many things that are starting to become a little bit more clear. With this Knight of Cups, I just think that Pisces is now realizing this person who didn't treat me so nice actually always wanted to be with me. That's a head trip. That is a head trip. Can we look at them for just a second? Because this is a very confused situation. And please remember, I don't read for genders. Just because Pisces has come up as a masculine, Pisces could still be the feminine. Remember, the way I look at masculine and feminine is the energy of the sun is the masculine energy. It's not about gender, it's about energy. And we all have yin yang within us, right? We all have sun and the moon is the feminine energy. The moon has a gravitational pull. They kept trying to pull Pisces toward them. Whereas Pisces seems to be showing up as a masculine, where they're more direct. They kind of say what they mean. And if somebody like is acting all weird where they can't figure out what this person wants from them and this person's not treating them nice, I don't think that that's going to be something that, Pisces wanted to like gravitate into and be like, okay, you're treating me like shit. Definitely, I'm going to take that as a sign you want to be around me a lot more. You can see like they might have been trying to like say, I need you to give me stuff. And if you don't give it to me, then I'm mad. But I'm not going to tell you what it is I want from you, Pisces. They could have been a masculine playing that role of feed me, fulfill me, but I'm not going to tell you what it is that I'm mad that you're not giving me. Whereas Pisces, even if Pisces were feminine, might have been in this more like straightforward, like masculine energy of the sun, where it's like, I'm pretty direct. I don't really have an extra agenda in my head, but I damn sure can't figure out what somebody else's secret needs are, or the fact that they maybe put me on a pedestal and then made themselves feel bad, but I didn't do that to them. I do think this is a big old head trip. Okay, let's take a look at them with that Queen of Wands sideways. Look, this person wasn't a monster. This person probably had moments where they really showed Pisces that they cared, but at the same time, it's a weird, like always with a little bit of a sting or a little bit of a rudeness or a little bit of competitive energy. Remember that first card out was Mars. That can be fighting. Okay, so for them, we have Wheel of Fortune. So something has changed in them, certainly recently. High Priestess, maybe they finally have understood their own behaviors a lot better intuitively. Maybe they finally have figured out why they behaved the way they did toward Pisces. Ace of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, there's the Devil, are we even surprised? And the Three of Swords. So this is somebody who, well after the fact, after they basically sabotaged this connection with Pisces, not because they didn't like Pisces, because they freaking wanted Pisces so bad. They might have been a bit obsessed with Pisces. Pisces might have been the best lover they ever had, the best kisser they ever had, the best relationship they actually ever had, but they needed, maybe those are the words that they needed Pisces to say. reassure me, tell me that I'm the one that you're a little obsessed with too. Tell me I'm the one who wipes out all memories of any person you ever dated, and I'm the one. You got to tell me that. I think that they're just now having some moments of deep self reflection and recognizing I broke my own heart because I basically, instead of working on maybe my jealousy or my needs and just saying, you know what, Pisces is treating me well, maybe I need to come to terms with the fact that I have some jealous streaks to work on. Maybe I need to own it a bit. Tell Pisces, I love being with you. I kind of freak out from time to time because, man, you're the best thing that ever came into my life. And I don't want to lose you. But I also need reassurance. You like me, right? Maybe it would have been better if they could have said those things. Instead, it looks like they're realizing I was a little obsessed, and that in turn made me do the weird push-pull with Pisces. I wanted them so much, but I wanted them to like pant for me. Tell me all these things about how badly you need to be with me. But instead, I set up, I don't know if they tried to play games to make Pisces jealous. I don't know if they felt irritated with Pisces, like, how come you're not showing me enough attention? But they sure would like to do it different at this point. I mean, so what's been hidden was also on their side. I don't think they understood this about themselves. Where was that triggering coming from? Where did they wish so much that they could have, somebody who loved them like that? How come they couldn't, press forward and try to get somebody to, pay attention to me, show me how you feel about me? And now they're realizing, I think fairly recently, they've started to realize I really wanted to be with Pisces, is the truth of it. And maybe I actually was the jerk. This feels like somebody might now be a little bit mad at themselves. But if they're having this moment of self-awareness, and all of this previously was hidden, right? They kind of hid the reality from themselves. Pisces was possibly befuddled by this person's behavior toward them, especially if they tried to play games to make Pisces jealous or something. But all of this is kind of about to come to light, obviously, with that Page of Swords. And maybe it's because this person is starting to try to, spy a little bit. Or maybe it's also the energy flow has changed. Sometimes I think of energy the way I think of the seasons. And we have the Wheel of Fortune, which is about seasons. But like right now, we're in October. The air has changed, the light has changed, the temperatures are cooler. Everywhere I look, there's signs that tell me we're not in summer anymore. And that change happened in September, really, but now it's more like on the nose. But I was aware when summer ended back in September because the lighting is a little bit different, and I've always been really sensitive to that. It's the light is just a little bit less direct overhead. It's not quite like how it is in August. Just feels like this is an example of maybe this has been subtly known for a while, but now, like I said, is more on the nose, the way it is in October. When you go, we're in fall, it's a different season. We can't even say we're in the murky in between of summer to fall. We're in fall. Summer is definitely behind us now. That's where I feel this thing has evolved to. And it's like, maybe that's why we have these breakthrough moments coming. The things that were hidden are starting to be revealed. And it's partly because this person's energy has shifted, and they can't hide from this either. They know better. So the energy that they're giving off is like, I'm actually heartbroken over Pisces. I was super obsessed with them. There, it's raw, it's real. I'm admitting it. I'm officially in October. I can't hide it anymore. I did this. I behaved this way because I was nuts about Pisces. And I feel heartbroken because I actually still wanted Pisces. Okay, that's what's being acknowledged. And that's why maybe Pisces is picking up on this vibe. Yes, there could be an actual slip up. Like I said, if this person's spying online, or if this person is, watching Pisces, or maybe Pisces just suddenly has like a weird, like, you know what? That's so weird. I was just sitting watching TV and they popped into my head. And all of a sudden I had this flash where it's like, that person was nuts about me and they were jealous of me, wanted more from me. How come I'm having this breakthrough right now? Probably because the energetic season has changed. We can no longer hide or have it be in the murky, like, I kind of think Pisces maybe knew, but didn't know it in the forefront of their mind until now. So basically, someone's past behavior is very naked at this point. It makes sense all of a sudden in a way that it didn't before. I don't know what that means about anything. Is there, a chance for Pisces to just be like, oh, that's why they treated me like that? Okay, well, at least I'm not going to feel bad about it. We do have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We also have the Ace, right? And then we have the Page of Wands. Excuse me, Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands. Their wrath. Bear in mind the story could be flipped completely. I just read the story that comes out good, bad, or ugly. These are fictional, so please don't take offense if you're like, I'm that person and that's not how I was. I promise you, I'm not talking about you, no matter who you are. I tell fictional stories, and it's all just food for thought. It's about, we look at the bigger picture here, which is the contemplative, like, what is the thing that was hidden that now becomes visible to someone, and why is it becoming visible? And then what do they do afterwards when that, something that previously was murky is like a known, identified, thing of the past. It says, okay, so I don't have to be stressed out anymore. Maybe if they did try to make Pisces feel jealous, this could be somebody who even tried to go out and date somebody else other than Pisces on purpose to lash out, not because they didn't want Pisces, not because they wanted somebody else, but because they wanted Pisces to chase them and promise that you're my favorite one. I only want you. And they're like, if Pisces isn't going to say that, then I'm going to go show them that other people want me. And I almost think that could really hurt Pisces. And this is them finally saying, oh my God, this was a very elaborate game, but I no longer feel sad about this. If they were jealous, if they wanted me so bad, but they tried to make me jealous, you know what? They actually did want me, but man, they got to get some control of their jealous streak or the way they rush in and out. They at least I can release any hurt that I can let this go, because it does bring up something that we didn't see previously. Although now I'm not surprised, especially with the Mars energy and a Queen of Wands sideways energy. This is somebody who might have intentionally flirted with other people, intentionally acted like they wanted to date different people, acted hot and cold, acted unreliable, but it was all to hopefully get Pisces to like tell me that I'm super special. Tell me that I'm the one. I need to be made to feel safe and special. So I'm going to destabilize this whole connection, and you need to chase me around, and somehow you need to make it feel stable. Okay, it's very counterproductive to actually building trust, right? But if Pisces is able to see that now, I can see how that would be like a huge load off of Pisces' shoulders, especially if this whole scenario was confusing to Pisces for some time. This could be a huge breath of fresh air where it's like, oh my God, I finally see their hidden agenda. It's pretty complex, but honestly just kind of simplified it, right? And I think Pisces can finally relax over this and be like, okay, I don't have to carry this one. I hope they figure themselves out, but now I understand, even to the point of why they go either cheat on me or why they go try to get with somebody else. Okay, I'm able to let this one go now. This is a new perspective shift for Pisces to have, and I think it just frees them of a lot of this stress. We got a Six of Swords. Definitely, Pisces gets to move on from this. I don't see this as a reconciliation story. I see this as finally understanding someone's motives of the past. And it is so soothing and relaxing for Pisces to be able to let this one go. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Yeah, that person still pines for Pisces. I don't know. Pisces might not have heard the end of this from them, as they are kind of evolving a bit as a person as well. But at least for Pisces, I don't see hurt there anymore. So I love that. You guys, thank you so much. Caitlin B, you're adorable. And yes, thank you. This is so awesome. It's good to hang out with you. I'm glad that I always think of it as like I'm hanging out with friends. That's how I view my channel and the community here. And so I'm really honored that you guys pop into videos that don't even, have any reason that you're interested in hearing them, but you just pop by. Yeah, I can't tell you how nice that is. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I mean that. Hi, Mary. Hi, Miss Moody. G, Irma. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Please, Mystic Faith, lots of love. And La Unique One, thanks again, honey. And Sarah J, always a pleasure. All right, you guys, I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.